Well, I have to tell you, there's not much going on in downtown Birmingham on 4th of July weekend. I searched and searched for some signs of life on the street, but everything was closed, and other than myself, there wasn't anyone around. I decided to wander off into town and explore some of the sights by myself. I first walked around the 16th Street Baptist Church. It was the first black church to organize in Birmingham, and also the site of the 1963 church bombings that killed 4 African American girls. Although the Civil Rights Institute was closed, there's a park right across the street with powerful displays and statues from the Civil Rights Movement. In the front of the park, a statue of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. with the words, "His dream liberated Birmingham from itself and began a new day of love, mutual respect, and cooperation." And a few displays that capture the injustices that happened during that time. I then headed over to the 4th Avenue Historic District. It's a business district about 100 years old that was tailored to African Americans after the passing of the Jim Crow laws. While on 4th Avenue, I ran into Dre, who told me a little bit about his life growing up in Birmingham.
Product of downtown, Birmingham, Alabama, and it's real rough on the homeless person, but this is a great city to be in if you go to work and, abide by the law. Got several neighborhoods around here. Some people grew up hard life, streets one parent. I had the pleasure of both. Learned about downtown when I was about 23. Never went home since. I fell asleep late last night and I dreamed the night before and all the day away. I just got up so that I can hear her say, she's still in love and nothing could take her love away. She wanna be loved. Racial divide. Yeah. Oh man, you still gonna have races wherever you go, to accept white, black, yellow, but hey, we deal with it now. It's being more accepted. So in fact, a lot of changes for the better when it comes to civil rights, racism. But you still got, you can still a feeling that you can feel separation. Separation.
Since there weren't many people left in the city, I decided to go into the countryside. I drove through a few small towns, some farms, and on roads that I'd never imagined myself driving on. It was 4th of July weekend, so families were busy buying fireworks and organizing their 4th of July festivities. I even found myself driving through a 4th of July day parade in a small town outside of Birmingham. I finally arrived at this serene countryside lake house that couldn't be any more different than downtown Birmingham. There, I met a conservative white family with deep roots to the south. We had a good discussion about racial differences in Alabama. And later, they offered to show me how they celebrate 4th of July in the South.
No way.
So I'm down there, so I see her.
That's even better than that one. Look at him go.
And Bonnie takes a baby aspirin. So they will.
As the fireworks filled the sky, I looked around. Being from a Middle Eastern background, I was initially nervous about meeting a conservative family from the South. But I couldn't have had a better time. More than anything, they were curious about my culture and wanted to learn more. In those few hours alone, I believe that stereotypes were broken because we had an opportunity to understand one another. I just wish as a country we'd figure out a formula to provide the same opportunity to unite the urban streets with the country lake houses.